All right, with no further ado, Miss Tina Hare, come on up. Well, here we are again. All right, you gotta turn your chair just a little. All right, there we go. All right, hey, so Tina has become very quickly one of my most favorite people on earth, and part of that is just the fact of just watching her journey. And I know that there's a number of you in this room who have watched her journey, and part of that journey has been just in simplicity is the rise of her production in, frankly, what considers to be such a short time. And although I know I've watched her personally just work through, stress through, fight through, calmly work through moments of building her business, I just love the fact that since we met, that she has nearly quadrupled, if not maybe more than quadrupled, her business. And it's pretty amazing. So you know, I have to tell you, bringing her up here is like bringing up maybe one of my fan clubs, my groupies, because she's so kind to me. But at the same time, I have, since the day I met her and got the chance to associate with her, there's those people you meet where you have this deep connection and this friendship that has continued to foster, and to where I think we probably pick on each other just a little bit here and there, and frankly making sure that neither of us ever settle, and whatever we are capable of doing, igniting the other to do the same. And one of the things I'm most proud of her as my friend is that she's an example of someone who is not living in her fear, but is living truly in her dreams and her aspirations for success and the things that she wants her life to become. So truly, thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm proud of what I've accomplished from a business standpoint, but I'm much more proud of the person I've become over the last 3 years. And the place that I am now with everything in my life, the fact that I look at things and I'm grateful, like Alan said, every day, just for simple blessings, you know, just to smile and help somebody that needs help in a transaction, just to get to talk to people, just to get to be a better person. And that's so much more important to me than the money, even though it's wonderful and it changes your life and it gives you the ability to help people, which is amazing. But the journey that you and I have had has made me better. So I'm grateful.
Awesome. So let's do this. Let's start right from, and not necessarily, how long have you been in business?
30 years.
So 30 years, but fair to say, although, and let's say 3-4 years ago, you were earning in commissions how much?
About $1 million, $1.2 million in the most.
Okay. So right around the $1 million mark, right?
Yeah.
And last year you earned 2.6. This year you're already on track for, if I just start, over $3 million this year. Because I love part of the story. I just think it's so funny that, you know, I called her one day because, frankly, I just to tell you where we got connected was that she got an offer from a particular real estate company and said, hey, you know, I think I'm going to leave and I'm out of here. And just share that. Share.
Out of here.
That's what I heard, guys. Right? And she said, I'm going to do something different, right? I think I'm going to take a different path. And maybe I'll start with this. I just said these words. I said, hey, can you just do me a favor and just give me 90 days? And I just said, let me coach you for 90 days. And that's kind of where the journey began. And
well, let's back a little further.
So I was going to say, there you go.
So business was great. I've always done well in real estate. Business was great, but I was unhappy. Like every day I woke up and I'm like, oh, I got another listing appointment. Oh, I got it. You know, like I was just not happy. And I was not happy in my marriage, and I was not being the best mom I could be. And so I thought, okay, well, it's got to be where I'm working, right? It's got to be the company. It's somebody else's problem. It's not my problem. I don't need to change me. I need to change my environment. That's when I went to George and said, I got a great offer from another company. I said, you know, George, I think I just need to change. And that's when George said, just give me 90 days. And I went home, and for the first time in a long time, I prayed. I just went home and I said, give me guidance. What do I do? Because I was conflicted. You know, a part of me was like sure that this was the path I needed to go on. And there was this voice inside me that just kept saying, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. And I did. And it changed my life.
So, look, you know, I love the fact of what I've heard, you know, from Alan and you. We were talking about, right, listening to that voice. One of the things that I'm frankly, I'm most proud of what you've accomplished is the fact that I find a woman, a businesswoman, who is incredibly successful, certainly by comparison in terms of the industry. But what I have watched in you most is that you are, instead of looking always to the outside of you, is that you're starting to think. And one of the great challenges of humanity is that we're always looking for someone else to give us the answer. And although they may give us insight, they may give us direction, one thing I've observed in you is that you have become much more mindful, much more conscious. And I think it's interesting, you know, the book written in the 1930s, a book called Think and Grow Rich, which I mentioned earlier, the key component of that book is to think. And for some reason, we've allowed everyone else to do the thinking for us. Follow my system and you won't have to do anything else. I can't even speak that, even though I say, hey, gosh, we got this great system, but frankly, I would tell you the system is I want you to be independent. And you know this. I don't want you to be dependent upon me. I want you to be independent so that you can think, you can grow, you can excel. So for you, when that moment, you mentioned some really key things. And here you are making all the money. You have so many things that you want on the outside. But there were this heartache and these challenges on the inside, and then within the things that matter most to you, which is from your motherhood to how you were relating in your intimacy to your husband and how that was all going, your life through that part of your life. What changed? What brought it together to where you're on this whole different journey? I mean, you're like the avalanche of success now that just more and more. I mean, how many listings have you taken so far this year?
I don't know, 40 to 45.
I mean, it's just insane. That's incredible. It's awesome.
No, it's
So what's interesting is that the more that centered it seems that I'm watching you get, the more business keeps coming
I don't
at you.
think about business anymore. I just think about being the best person that I can be, and what can I do to give back, and waking up every morning with a grateful heart. And it sounds crazy, but the phone just rings. It just does. I mean, it's not that I don't have business systems, there's things in place, and that I don't door knocking, do all the things that you've heard me talk about before all the time. But I do it with a different heart. And what George is saying to you about before you go knock on that door, just center yourself. Just be the best person you can be. The one thing I've learned in my business that has given me so much success is that I just have come from a place of gratitude and honesty. Be completely honest. And when you look at any situation, look at it from the situation of what's best for the client. What's best for the client. And when you do that, you will never, ever be wrong. It's a way of thinking and a way of believing that works. It's just, and it works because it's true. It works because it's authentic. It works because it's coming from your heart and from a place of good, not from a place of greed. And that's the difference. But I have to go back just a quick second to share. So when George started his journey with me, he made me get a journal, so I got a journal. And I'm not a journal person. I am now, I wasn't then. But he started, and I'm okay, he's going to give me all these words of wisdom on how I can be a better real estate agent and all that. None of that. Not a thing. It all started with, well, what's your legacy? What do you want? What's the next 5 years look like for you? What do you want out of life? I mean, it was just all about me, about my relationships, about my life, and
Well, I give you the question I asked, and that you were huffing and puffing at her house, and her husband came up to her, and it was this question. And yesterday I said this question to an agent last. And we got up from my desk yesterday, and I said, "You okay?" And the guy said, "Yeah, this is not what I expected." And I said, "Yeah, usually not." And this is the question I asked you, just as you're asking all those questions, and this would be a good one, guys, for you guys right now. I said, what type of relationship do you want with your spouse, and who do you have to become? Right, so it's who do I have to be, and what do I want the relationship to look like? And I still remember, you and I talked about this, but we've talked about the fact that, Chris, your husband, he came up and said, you said you were going to fully commit for 90 days, you're going to do it or not, right?
Well, that's what I did. After we had the session, I went back and I went, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this. And Chris looked at me and he's like, wait a minute. Like, whoa. Did you not commit to him to do this for 90 days? And I said, yeah, but he goes, whoa. I've known you for 30 years. You are not that person. You are not the person that says you're going to do something and you don't do it. Give it a chance. Give it a try. So I did. I went away for the weekend and I did all my journaling and answered all the questions that you had given me, and that changed my life.
Shared it whole journey. Well, you changed the story, right?
I did.
You changed the story. And now, here I was not too long ago, only a year or so ago, but I was at dinner at your home, and Chris pulled me aside. I still remember it. And he pulled me aside. It makes me get choked up. He pulled me aside and he said, hey, can I talk to you? And if you know her husband, he's a fireman, rough and tough, has, kills things from Africa, Utah, anything that can get shot, he shoots it. He is a full-blown, he is the alpha dude. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, what do you want to talk about? I'm like, he's fire chief. Right, so I go, and he goes, hey, can I talk to you? I'm thinking, yeah. So he pulls me off the side in their office, and I said, yeah, what's up, man? And he said, thank you for giving me my wife back. So it's been just an incredible experience to watch that. And just the thing that's interesting is that as you move through life, you can focus and have all the money in the world. But man, you guys all know this. If you don't have the relationships that you want out of your life, the money becomes pretty empty. And then you're seeking power, control, scarcity, and things that are so unfulfilling long term that you forget the one thing that often fixes the economic thing. Fix maybe something in your health, fix something maybe in that trifecta of your relationship, fix something, yes, that happens economically, all of a sudden everything else starts to. So look, it's not just ignore one. Yes, there's days where we have focuses on one area or another more than another, no question. But you can't forget the three. Every info commercial is about it. Every ad commercial is about it. They're all about those three. Money, health, some type of a relationship. You cannot allow yourself to forget those.
And it's still a challenge every day. I have to find balance every day. I have to set my priorities every day. And I have to, like what you just were saying about, just take that moment. Sometimes when I'm just completely overwhelmed with everything, I stop. I just pull over in my car or go in my office or whatever I have to do, and I stop and I close my eyes and I spend 5 minutes. And I just remember to be grateful, and I just take myself back to that place that keeps me happy and makes me a better person. And when you do that, it's so much easier to get through all the tough challenges. You treat people different. Like now, when I'm in a place, years ago, some of you might have done it over me, and I'll apologize now. I can be tough, I can be hard, I can be mean sometimes. But I find now, when I'm in those kind of tough situations, that I'm much kinder. I still get the same results. Don't get me wrong, I still get the same results. But I do it from a different place. I do it from a place of gratitude and kindness. And so when I get to the place that I need to get to, I feel better about it. The person that I'm dealing with feels better about it. And it's just a better experience. And so for me, it wasn't getting to that place where I could be happy and grateful again. It changed people around me's life for sure, but it changed my life more, right? Because now I look at everything so different, and I'm so happy. And money is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm the first person that's going to say it's wonderful to have security and to know that you can pay your bills, but it's even more wonderful to be happy, and to find that place of gratitude and to be in the best way I can describe it is you're just at one with yourself. You can look in the mirror. It took me many years to do this, but to be able to look in the mirror and like yourself. Like who you are, and love yourself and love who you are, because you can't love others until you love yourself, and that is so important. And what's super important, and this is a whole different line, I'm going to go on just one second, but the other thing that I realized is I was super successful, and I thought, I know it all, I don't need coaching, I don't need anybody to help me, I don't need anybody to tell me how to do it better. But what I realized was I didn't. Because when we stopped learning and we stopped growing, we stopped being. So I learned that it's okay to be tenure, number one, whatever, but to say that I need help. Like, I love my coaching sessions. I love being coached. I love being challenged and to have somebody help me look at it from a different perspective. Also to be able to pick up the phone and say, I'm having a really bad day. Help me refocus, right? And so it's just nice to have somebody that you can go to that teaches you if you're willing to learn, and to also that gives you that safe place, that you can go with that. It's okay. So for me, I'll coach until the day I'll be coached until the day I drop the mic, right?
There you go. That's right. So just want to thank you. And one, it has been equally my experience, and I know that you do a lot of coaching with me, you do a lot of coaching with Sam, you do a lot of coaching with, frankly, a handful of our coaches from the standpoint of, you've had some unique access from the standpoint of building your career. For you, what would you say from an activity level, what would you say you're doing daily to build your business? Right, because when I first met you, it was you and an assistant. Today, we've got a couple of buyers agents, you've got a couple of team members. You expanded into that team.
Wow.
Right, 12. There you go. So for you, what are some of the real takeaways you could give someone in relationship to the creation of going from an individual agent to ultimately, if that's one of their desires, to get into a team? What would be some of the takeaways and advice you would give them?
So the first thing you have to do is let go. And I have to say, Sam has been amazing in that area. He's really teaching me to let go. We just met last week, and I was frustrated because when you have, like for me right now, I think I have 38, maybe 38 in escrow. So when you're dealing with that many problems, I have a problem. I tell my staff, I'll take all the problems. I'll handle all the DEFCON, what I call DEFCON 5s. And what's happened over the last month is that I have no time. I can't door knock, I can't do all the things. My team is still doing it, but I still like doing that stuff, so I haven't been able to do that because I've been handling all that.
Just make sure I'm clear, you're always attempting every single week, right? Your plan, your schedule is to door knock.
Every day.
You're making $2.5 million and door knocking is not above you.
Oh, I
I'm
love
just
it.
making sure that others, I'm assuming they didn't hear any of that.
No, I love door knock.
I'm assuming they didn't hear that making $2.5 million, you still put on a pair of shoes, and the discomfort, the door reluctance, call reluctance, still does it happen?
Yes.
And how do you overcome that? What's your recovery system to go, you know what, I'm just gonna go do it? How do you do it?
I just do it because number one, I love it. I love meeting people, and but I do it from a different place too. Okay, so like when you door knock from a standpoint, and you're not in a good frame of mind, or don't ever door knock if you're not, if like you've had a bad day, or you're not in a good frame of mind, because it's gonna come out.
Remember, they just figured out how to get centered.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you want to not worry about that.
We're going to do more of that this week.
Yeah, but I go from a place of just happiness. Like I just want to go meet people. But the other thing that was really important that I learned from you a long time ago was treat everyone like, everyone you meet, treat them like they're having the worst day of their life. Because if you treat them that way, you'll never go wrong, right? Because you're just kinder, you're gentler, you're just more giving. And so when I knock on the door, the first thing I say is, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, I'd love to talk to you, is this a good time? And if they look like they're having a horrible day and say no, then I just say, I'm so sorry, I hope you have a better day, and I don't even try to push it. But
I mean, there's so much in this, but so you actually don't come across as a robot, and you actually have a real conversation.
yes, yeah.
Like, so you're more concerned because you're in the center that you're actually having a real conversation that is not just scripted, but is coming from your heart and soul.
Nothing I do in my life is scripted.
Right. Well, we always joke about this, is that you have scripts, but when they're integrated with your heart and your soul and your mind, then the scripts become a natural process, right?
Well, that's
if someone
what I mean.
says, will you cut your commission, you have an answer for that, right?
Right.
If someone says, I'll only give you a 1 month listing, you have an answer for that.
Right.
If someone's negotiating with you on their sales or on their list price, you have a script for that. But because it is real, authentic, and you're standing in your center, that what you say is powerful because of who you're being, not the words that you're saying.
Yeah,
That's a key component there. That's the difference maker that's been happening as I've watched you transition and really transform your life, is that you stand more often in your center. And the more you do that, it's crazy, the more business comes at you and the easier it is to get.
Yeah, and what you guys have to understand is that when your coaches give you a script, it's a starting point. Like you have to take that script and you have to make it your own, because honestly, if you just read that script, it's not gonna work for you. So you have to take that script and then you have to transform it into who you are, right? And then the basics are the basics, right? We all know what we need to do. But then you have to come from your place, who you are. Like I say things different to clients, and sometimes my team like look at me when I say the things I say to clients, and they're like, "You just said that." Afterwards, they don't say it in the listing appointment, but I said it was the truth. The truth is never ever gonna steer us wrong, right? Yes, the client might have had a moment that they had to accept that truth, but at the end of the day, they knew that it was coming from a place, again, of wanting the best for them, and so they're much more open to that, right? When you're saying what you're saying, and you're saying it from a place of honesty and integrity and really, truly caring, it doesn't get received badly. And like in my whole career, well, I shouldn't say that. In this phase of my career, after I kind of found myself again and went through all those transformations that I had to go through to get to where I am today.
You know you're not done, right?
No, I'm not done.
Because I know your goals, and the person who's sitting here today, right, is not the same person that's gonna drop the mic like we talked about.
No.
Right?
No, it's true.
And that's the beauty of it.
And that's the part that I'm talking about growing. It's like constantly growing. Like I got kind of sidetracked, but I was talking to Sam about this whole like trying to get out of the problem solving part, right? Sam said, give it to your team. That's what they're here for. And I'm like Sam, you're not going to do it like I do it, and they're not going to do it as fast as I do it. And he's like, do you think they're going to still get to the, like, you're going to go from here to here. They may go out like this, but they're still going to get here, you're okay with that. And I'm like, well, I think so. Yeah, I think so. You just got to give it a try. So this past week, we had like 3 really tough problems. And so I called one of my team members and I said, okay, you got this. And she's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, what do you want me to say? And I'm like, let's just talk about it. So we talked about it for a few minutes. And she said, well, this is how I think I'll approach it. And I said, okay, you got it. And she did it, and she handled it. And then another problem came up, and they handled it. So within a week, I went, I don't have to do this anymore. Like, it's freed up so much more time, so now I get to go back out and we're not going to do the things I want to do. But that's part of growing, right? Because I'm standing in this place thinking, I know best, I'm going to handle these problems. And honestly, at the end of the day, if I hadn't opened my mind just to listen to what Sam had suggested, I'd still be sitting here handling those problems. But because I said, okay, I don't always have to be right, I can open my mind to other things, and it was amazing. And so now, and plus it's so much better for my team, because they are feeling like now they're empowered, that they can handle things, that they don't need to come to me for every little thing that happens, right? Because they know I trust them. Yeah.
So just what I'd like to do, if we can have a mic, is just 1 or 2 questions from this group as we wrap up and go hit lunch. And we're gonna give you have an hour and a half for lunch, so obviously you could almost go here to LA and still get full and be back in on time. All right? That's right. I know this. But back there, let's just 1 or 2 questions, and then we'll go over to Ron over there. But please.
When you door knock,
Hold on, you gotta stand up and introduce yourself.
I'm Jason from the Ventura office. When you door knock, do you kind of base it around like listings, or you have a form that you do? What do you kind of usually approach that?
We try to mix it up. So if we have a new listing, we door knock. If we have, when we do open houses, we do a Friday open house that's more of an invitation. We send out an invitation to all the homeowners. Because my thing about that is on Sunday, I want to be dealing with potential buyers. I don't want to be dealing with all the homeowners. So we invite them to wine and cheese on Friday, and they all come on Friday. It's awesome. And we've got many listings because of that. And so we do that on Friday, so we door knock that. When we have a client who needs a home in a particular neighborhood, we door knock with that. I try to bring value to what I door knock. Sometimes it's just door knocking, introducing myself and our team. But a lot of times, or most of the times, it's bringing something, some kind of value. One time there was an earthquake. I think you guys have heard me say this before, that we had an earthquake. It wasn't a big one, but it was enough. And I put this earthquake preparedness kit, like a little postcard together, and I door knocked that. People love that. We do like different kinds of events, like we'll host like movie night or those types of things, and so we'll door knock invitations for that. So we just always are doing different things. I don't like to do the same, because then, you door knock 50 times on a door and you're like, really, come on, stop door knocking me, right? But if you bring value, then they appreciate it.
That's great. I love that. Veronica?
Hi, Veronica Salazar with our office. Just, what are the best results you get when you door knock? In the morning, afternoons, like, what do you advise for new guys?
So mix it up. That's what really the advice is, mix it up. Like sometimes I door knock in the mornings, but be mindful of who you're door knocking to. So if you're door knocking in the morning, what kind of person is it, right? It's probably a stay-at-home mom. But actually the mornings are great because they just want to talk to somebody. They've been with kids, they just want to talk to somebody. I'm trying to get their coffee. Like, come on in, have your coffee, So you just have to mix it up, but then be mindful of the times of day that you're door knocking. Like if you're door knocking in the evening, be prepared that you might be interrupting somebody's dinner or somebody's bath time or those types of things. But I always ask, if I door knock and they say it's not a good time, I always ask, is there a better time for me to come and kind of just get to know you and talk to you? And most of the time people will say yes, and they'll say, yeah, if you come in the morning, it's much better for me, or come, after on a Saturday or whatever. So, but I mix it up. I door knock Saturdays, I door knock Sundays.
Next question. Do you door knock on the weekend?
I do, absolutely.
Okay.
Because and I love door knocking on the weekends because then people are out washing their cars or just doing their yards, and it's kind of more of a relaxed, not me having to door knock, they're actually out. And so it's just walking up and introducing yourself. So, but mix it up because it's really good. But just be mindful of the time of day that you're doing and what somebody would be doing at that time of day.
Okay, thank you.
And to add to that, I just, one of the things that I hear with what you're saying is that, people could say, oh yeah, but it's really easy for you to say that there's really no attachment to the outcome. You're going out, you're knocking doors, someone's washing their car, you're introducing yourself, hey, if I can help you any type of real estate, that'd be great, whatever, whatever you're saying, but it's real, it's authentic. But the key thing here is you're not attached to the outcome. They don't have to do something. You're not going to force them to do something. You don't get high levels of anxiety if they don't do something. And I think that what I observed in my own career over these many years is that even today, guys, you can say, oh, gosh, do I have any anxiety? The answer is, I always do. But I tailor it to my gratitude.